of encouragement because if you listen to the mainstream media, it's all doom and gloom. It looks like the Great Reset is working. It looks like hope is gone. It looks like our cause is hopeless. But I want to come on and tell you it is not hopeless. As St. John Paul said, we are an Easter people. We are a people of the resurrection. And as Americans, we are a people of freedom. And what is happening now is absolutely incredible. The mainstream media won't talk about it. And that's why, the globalists, the elites, they know that they are being choked out. They know they are being eliminated. Their ideology has been exposed. They know they're in the throes of death and they are fighting for survival. They are fighting for survival. This is a battle between freedom and tyranny, and freedom is winning. If what's happened over these past few days with the Southwest Airlines strike is absolutely incredible, my friends. Absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. Um, you had a whole bunch of pilots and air crews. They um, walked off the job to, protest the vaccine mandates. And of course, the media and Southwest Airlines want to say, oh, this has nothing to do with the vaccine mandates. It's like, well, it started the day after the vaccine mandates were announced by Southwest. Oh, no, it has nothing to do with it. Blah, blah, blah. Like, don't be ridiculous. Has nothing to do with it. Yada, yada, yada. That's what they're trying to say. Well, what's interesting, the excuses they're doing. Oh, was weather related. I mean, the FAA actually came out and said no, it's not. And actually, the thing is, if it was weather related, it would have affected other airlines too, because it's not like one airline is more affected by the weather than another airline. These delays, these widespread cancellations. One day, I think it was Friday or Saturday, Southwest canceled 10% of their flights. It's insane. 10% of their flights. That's a disruption. I mean, we see pictures. We saw the picture of the one grounded plane with a Gadsden flag hanging out its window. Absolutely incredible. Well, Southwest has come out with a statement saying that they're not going to enforce the vaccine mandates after all. That's winning. That's freedom winning. We're seeing injunctions. We're seeing victories in the courts against this tyranny. The media is not making a big deal about it. They want to downplay it. Just like the media doesn't want to show you that Australia has now become more totalitarian than communist China. You have more freedom of movement in China than you do in Australia. It's crazy. The media doesn't want to show you this because the media doesn't want you to know what's at stake. But we are in a time of victory, my friends. And yes, Facebook has me on a partial jail. They won't let me come live. So you're not watching this from Facebook. I'm not sure if this is coming on YouTube or not. That's why you need to follow me on all the networks: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Parler, Haps. That's where I do my live streams from, and then I simulcast across the other networks. Twitter, follow me on everything. but it's exciting. So we need to continue to fight. We need to continue to resist the tyranny. We need to continue to resist the totalitarianism. We need to continue to stand up for freedom, for righteousness, for justice. And when we do, we will be victorious. The globalists are terrified because they know they're losing. The communists are terrified. We will be victorious. And we also need to build. We need to build our own stuff. It's not enough. The communists have built so much in this country. The globalists have built so much in this country. We need to build our own parallel structures. We need to build our own greatness. You know, one of the things that's fascinating in the Middle East is you have kind of a form of segregation along religious lines. And so in parts of the Middle East, you'll be like, oh, yeah, well, this is a Christian city. This is a Christian town. You have that a lot in Israel. You know, oh, okay, yeah, this has historically always been a Christian town. You know, so it's like an Arab Christian town. Oh, this has always been a Jewish, you know, area. This is a Muslim area. You know, the whole idea of let's all come together and do our own thing, it doesn't exactly work. But we've seen that throughout history where people who are like-minded come together and build something. And I'm not saying we need to start our own cities or we need to segregate ourselves. But I'm saying let's build. Let's do it. I think that can be powerful. Let's create our own social media platforms. Let's create our own payment networks. Let's create our own banks. Let's create our own schools, our own medical systems, all of that. That's how we're going to maintain freedom. And you know, when we have our own medical system, we're not having to fight just to get medical care. So then we can fight for what really matters. Not that medical care doesn't matter, it matters so much. But you see, we're always fighting, we're always distracted. You know, when you have to fight to not wear a mask to buy food in certain places, like your energy is being used up. You know, you're not able to build, you're not able to create, you're not able to fight other things. So fight, but also build. If we build, then we don't have to waste our time fighting other things. We free ourselves up. So go and find doctors who are like-minded. So you don't have to fight them over not getting a medical treatment that you don't want, or fight them to get a prescription that you want. And then you go to the pharmacy and they don't want to fill that prescription. So you have to fight the pharmacy. It's ridiculous. It really is. So we need to continue to fight. We need to continue to build. And we need to remember that we're sojourners on this earth. This world is not our home. We're working towards the heavenly kingdom. And we don't want to gain the world and forfeit our souls. So ultimately, the real struggle is the inner struggle. The real warfare is against the ways of the world internally, so we can be victorious spiritually. That's what matters most of all. So anyway, God bless all of you. Have a wonderful day. I'm praying for you, praying for all of us, that we might continue to remain strong.